I feel it's pretty safe to say Google pretty much nailed it today. Let's talk about it. All right, I think it's fair to say they pretty much hit it out the park. I think they have something there for everybody, and at that price point, that was leaked right before was 100% accurate. So you literally have the entry price for the Pixel at $600. Like that's undercutting, the iPhone at their lowest in recent times. I think was 700. So at $600 as the entry point, I think they're gonna get some people on board. I think they've got some people's attention. So the two things for me that I personally was looking for, they pretty much at least talked about it. One, they talked about improving the quality of the video camera, and they said they've been doing it for years, been working on this for years. So let's see if this actually pays off because they only showed us like one piece of footage, kind of showcasing some HDR and all of that, which it looked good. But once again, we will see what it actually looks like in reality. I was able to secure one myself. That whole ordering process was ridiculous. If one thing is for sure, Google needs to fix that website. I don't know if they weren't. I don't know if it's because they weren't expecting so much traffic, because they haven't sold phones in a while. I guess outside of like the 3A and the 5 and the 5A, the A line, but their flagships, maybe they weren't expecting this much traffic. But I personally haven't seen this much hype behind any Google device since the Nexus 4. So anyways, moving on. So they talked about one of the things that I was excited about was video camera, and once again, hopefully that is actually accurate. And then number two was the magic erase feature. That was a feature that's been talked about for a while. I had been personally looking forward to that. I didn't know if they were actually going to do it. I thought it might have just been like some kind of maybe some kind of thing they did research on and just never decided to actually put it out. But they're actually going to put that out in this phone. And of course, you have your other smart Google features like that little Google Translate thing at the end that they did was pretty cool. Like they had a whole interview conversation just passing the phone back and forth, talking to it, and they had a whole conversation. That's pretty impressive. I'm not sure if that's going to be a Google Tensor thing or if that's just going to be something they're just eventually going to build into the assistant. So I guess we'll have to see what's going on with that. But let's talk about these specs. So literally they left nothing on the table. I'm just looking at this on my phone, and you've got the entry level phone has 8 gigs of RAM and 128 gigs of storage. You've got HDR on the main camera. Only thing is, I'm seeing that looks like the front-facing camera, and these are just the specs on the 6. I don't know if the 6 Pro actually has 4K front-facing, but it looks like the front-facing camera on the 6 is just 1080p, 30 frames per second as far as the max. But you've got everything. I mean, literally, you've got fast charging. Fast charging, it tops out at 30 watts. I know that's probably going to be something that Floss is going to be like real mad at. It's going to be like, this is slow, this ain't fast. What about being able to charge your phone in a half an hour? Okay, cool. But for me, I think that's fast enough just because as long as you get enough charge when you're in a pinch, that's all I need. So you got reverse wireless charging, which they got from the Pixel 5, brought that over. I'm glad to see that they did. You've got Wi-Fi 6. Pretty sure the Google Pixel 5 should have been a Wi-Fi 6. I didn't have the 5, so I really don't know the specs off the top of my head. But this device is actually pretty fully loaded. I mean, I know the Tensor chip is like, I don't know, within 20 or 30% of the benchmarks of the Snapdragon 888, but I think they're still packing a punch with all the features that they put in this phone. So I'm personally looking forward to it. I got the sort of sunny. I don't know what's up with the names of their phones, but they call it sort of sunny. So I went ahead and got that. And I don't know what's also up with this. Google, they tend to have like one phone that they'll have like some kind of limited feature, or the phone itself will be limited. But for that sort of sunny and the pro version of the sort of sunny, like you only get like 128 as an option. You can't get the 256 or the 512. So I don't know. Google, maybe I'm thinking that either they feel like that color is not going to sell well, or they just want to do something for promotional reasons. I don't know. But overall, I think this was a pretty good live stream. I'm still trying to think of things off the top of my head that caught me. Oh yeah, so you've got this whole the camera improvements as far as people of color and all of that. The one thing I thought was so funny was Google literally got a brother up there that's the most light-skinned dude I've ever seen, and he's over here talking about how cameras, they won't pick up people of color. Like, bruh, Google, get some more. Anyways, I'm not even gonna go on that note, but I just thought that was funny. But yeah, everything else was just like real cool. Like they have more features for like if you're waiting on hold and stuff like that. Like it'll have like the prompts all on your screen and all of that. So I think this was a really good presentation. This is probably one of Google's best live streams in a long time. Of course, they had to talk about Android 12. Android 12, those widgets are looking good. I mean, when I had my Google Pixel 4, recently sold it off, I did get to play around with it for a little bit. I was kind of like, these icons and widgets, they're all kind of big. They're kind of like, jitterbug kind of. But I kind of got used to it. It's a fresh look. It's a fresh, I think this is the perfect timing. So you basically have, a fresh version of Android. Like, I mean, not just like an incremental upgrade. This is, a big overhaul. And then you have this on a fresh device with a fresh SoC. So I think this is a win. So I'm personally looking forward to, getting this device, checking it out, and letting y'all know how it is. But stay tuned to the channel for more. I'll holler.